Hello, beauties. Welcome to Moms Unboxed, a podcast where I unbox with you the how to's, tips, and tricks to empower women to upgrade relationships, intimacy, and parenting. I'm your host, Melanie Caroline, a multidimensional woman, life coach, lover, and mom who's made a lot of fucking mistakes. If you want to live a sensual and liberated life, you've come to the right space. Don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed because you don't want to miss an episode. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Moms Unboxed, where I unbox with you relationships, intimacy, and parenting. How y'all mamas doing this week? If you're having a great week, let's celebrate. If you're not having a great week, I trust that it will turn around for you. What are we unboxing today? Well, this week I thought I'd talk about body connection. This is something that is coming up a lot in the self-love challenge. The group of ladies that are in this space are phenomenal. They are having so much breakthrough. One of the things that I talk about is honoring our body, honoring our emotions like grief, joy, sadness, frustration, anger, honoring the evolutions that our body goes through, the different transformations and variations that we're going to see throughout our lifetime, just within ourselves, in our body, in our mind, in our spirituality, is all shifting and changing because you are growing, learning, and evolving. And so it's so important through this self discovery journey to really embody self love and compassion. Honoring ourselves means paying attention to the body's messages. Do you ever notice that you ignore being hungry or thirsty? You might have some dry lips, but you're not drinking any water. You're drinking juices and energy drinks, and you're not eating healthy. You're not eating greens and veggies and fruits and decreasing your sugars. And our body may send us messages that says, hey, I'm feeling bloated from all the candies you're eating. Or, hey, I'm feeling really gassy from all the carbonated drinks you're drinking and it hurts my stomach. There are certain things that we choose to do to our bodies because it's easier to continue the patterns and habits that we've developed than it is to change. And I'm at a point in my life right now, I'm 35, and the older I get, the more sensitive my body is. I know what my body is telling me, but I struggle to keep a consistent pattern of eating healthy and going to the gym. I have cut out soda completely. And now it's like I look at a soda and I'm like, oh man, that's so much sugar. I can't drink that shit. But I look at some candy and I'm like, oh, that's fast and easy food. So you see, having self awareness, taking radical responsibility for yourself and honoring your body's needs is the first step. But you have to take action. And that's where some of us struggle. We have to take action to make the change so that we can meet our body's needs. And that sometimes might mean cutting out sugars and eating healthier and drinking more water, even letting go of unhealthy relationships. I was in a relationship, a very toxic one, and about 5 months into the relationship, my body got hives all over it. I dropped so much weight. I dropped 20 pounds and my weight was 100 pounds because this relationship caused me so much stress, so much pressure and agony that my body was telling me that my nervous system was so dysregulated and my body was depleted from all this agony that it was starting to come out in different symptoms that I was having. And so it's important to deepen our body connection, to not ignore our body's messages and what it's trying to tell us. We have to trust ourselves at our core to know that we know best about what we need for our body and our health. So, that is one of the first things that you want to think about when it comes to honoring your body. What messages is it trying to relay? What symptoms have you been experiencing? And the second is honoring our emotions within our body, noticing what sensations arise in the gut, in the chest, in your throat, and then identifying what emotion is it you're experiencing. Is it anger? Is it grief? Is it excitement or joy? Is it fear? Our body has such a beautiful power of communication, and it communicates through different sensations. And we have to be able to notice those sensations and invite those emotions to arise. We want to understand ourselves completely and fully, and we want to deepen that connection with our body. That means we have to be open and curious about what it is we are experiencing. Oftentimes, people don't want to experience difficult emotions like frustration, anger, heartbreak, because those are really heavy in our body. And we feel these emotions so much, and people want to repress them. People repress the emotions, and the more we resist an emotion, the more it persists. And it's going to live in your body, and it's going to cause you anxiety, stress, hormonal imbalances, irritability, lack of sleep. When we allow these emotions to be witnessed and seen, we become less symptomatic. Our nervous system is more regulated because we are teaching ourselves to be a witness to what is going on internally. During my Moms Unboxed Live Facebook group, I did a practice called Letters to Emotions. And I really help my clients understand their emotions on a deeper level by doing this process. So if you want access to that live, go to Moms Unboxed Facebook group. And through that process is essentially like noticing the emotion and even saying hello to it, communicating with it. I feel you, sadness. I see you. I feel you. And I thank you for being there, for showing me what it is I need to contemplate, to gain clarity around. And so we're just acknowledging our emotions in this way. And then we are processing this. We're gaining clarity. We can even ask our emotions, why are you here? What is it you're sad about? What can I do further? And you ask a question at a time and you wait for a response. You wait for that emotion to speak to you. And then you continue asking it questions until you feel that you have gained insight so that you can create a process of releasing the emotion, allowing it to exude from the body and honoring it in such a beautiful way. I have been doing this process, especially with anxiety and overwhelm lately. And let me tell you, it makes all the difference in the world when you're able to love and have compassion for yourself and understand yourself on a deeper, more intimate level. The process of really releasing it could be a big cry. You can scream on top of a mountain or on a bridge or next to a train. You can meditate. You can move and dance your body in wild, radiant ways. You can do breath work and Reiki. There are so many different ways that you can honor an emotion simply by allowing it and letting it express itself. When we resist emotions, when we're not allowing ourselves to express these pieces of us, what oftentimes happen is we can feel shame and guilt, and we turn to alcohol, drugs, sugar, unhealthy relationships, toxic behavior, self-sabotage. There's numerous ways in which we cope. We're not just able to ignore something. We are coping. The coping that might be engaged is subconscious, but there's still a coping mechanism that we turn to deal with unresolved emotions. We really want to take a look at our patterns of behavior, our habits, whether it's our eating habit, our self-care habits, our workout habits, our drinking habits. We want to look at those things and ask, are those wholesome, life-giving behaviors? Is that a way that I am just covering up the hurt that's within me? Am I using these habits as a way to cope what's really lying within me? And it is when we are able to witness ourselves in this way that we go through great transformation. We allow ourselves to create testimonies of trust, of having conviction, and knowing that we have our backs. We've got us. We love us. We care about who we are. This is a way for us to show our strength and tenacity. And in this way, we further the compassion for ourselves. Taking radical accountability for our emotions is such a game changer, not only for you, but for your partner, for your children, coworkers, family, and friends. But it first takes self-awareness, and then it takes gaining clarity and contemplation. It's about self-discovery and building a relationship with your emotions. Take a moment today and investigate what is lying within you. What emotions are you experiencing? And then practice the letters to emotion. The other thing I want to talk to you about honoring your body is honoring your fuck yes and your fuck no. What feels good for your body? Is it to eat a salad a day? To eat more fruits? Is it to have more intimacy and connection with your partner? What feels good for you, and how are you honoring yourself? And on the flip side, how are you honoring your fuck no? What doesn't feel good for you? What is it you're doing in your daily life that you're like, yeah, this doesn't feel good in my body? When I drink a coffee a day, my gut hurts. When I yell at my kids, it makes my heart hurt. Like, that's a fuck no. Like, I don't want to be that person. When I stay up too late and I don't get sleep, I'm more impatient the next day. This is a fuck no because I'm exhausted all day and then I can't accomplish the things that I want to get done. What is a fuck no? Is it, I'm going to be done fucking on the first date? I'm going to get to know someone a little bit more and that feels good for my body. Is it, I'm going to stop criticizing myself and being so judgmental towards my body and its transformations because deep down I know I'm beautiful. It's a fuck no. I'm not going to allow my human mind to dictate where I go in this life. I'm not going to allow my fear to stop me because underneath it all, I know I'm courageous, I'm brave, I'm confident. So you have to decide what is your fuck yeses and what are your fuck nos. And really think about that. What habits have you been engaging in that you're like, I really don't want to do this anymore? And know that you have the power within yourself to shift, to adjust, to pivot. You have the personal power within you to make your own choices. Who is it you want to be?
And where do you want to go in life? And how are you going to be in alignment with the person that is already doing it? Because if you think about it, you are already doing it. You just have to be in tune with your higher self and your intuition to know what is your fuck yes and what is your fuck no. The third piece I want to talk to you about is being grateful for your body. Your body is going to go through so many shifts and evolutions in this lifetime. And you really don't set the time aside to think about, oh, wow, my feet just walked, you know, 2,200 steps today. And I'm so grateful that I can do that, that I have the ability. I'm grateful that I have the ability to hug my children. I have the ability to speak with my mouth and advocate for myself. I'm really grateful that I have a heart that pumps blood through my veins and I have a brain that helps me think. I'm so grateful for the fingers that I have that helps me chop the salad. I'm so grateful for my body. I'm so grateful that my breasts were able to feed my children. I'm so grateful for my womb that carried my child. I'm so grateful for all of my body and its transformations. And yes, this body that I have is going to change. It is impermanent. And I'm going to be grateful for those transitions and those different variations of myself that I get to witness through my time here on earth. I am grateful. So when you show up in this energy of gratitude and you look at yourself in the mirror and you think, God damn, I have loved my body through my lifetime. And sure, I may have a human mind that thinks negative thoughts about my body, but those things are not me. Those thoughts are not me because I am powerful and I get to choose what I want to think about myself. I am radical. I am sexy. I am sensual. I am a goddess. And I thank the universe for this opportunity to be here in this human body. Thank you. Thank you, universe, for witnessing my testimony of how courageous and brave I can be in this body. Our body connection is one of the most important relationships that we are going to have on this earth. And I will say, having a relationship with ourself is the most important thing on this earth. Because if you're not honoring yourself, you're not taking care of yourself, you're not loving yourself, how are you going to be the best leader for your children? How are you going to be the leader with your partner? How are you going to lead yourself through this time on earth if all you do is criticize yourself, feel shame, feel guilt, feel frustrated, feel anger? Why do we live in these spaces and these emotions? It's because it's easier to fucking react than it is to respond, process, and contemplate and think about our own behaviors and thoughts and how they affect our situations. And this is taking radical self acceptance for our behaviors, for the way we talk, for the way we are in this world. We get to pivot, we get to shift because we have the power to do that. This is a beautiful thing that we get to decide here on this earth and in this body. We are emotional creatures, and emotions are beautiful, especially when they're expressed from a place of radiance and self acceptance. When we can honor all of ourself and we can practice authenticity, that is the highest expression of love. One of the assignments that I gave the ladies in my group was a mirror work assignment, and I want to give it to you here today. I want you to bare naked in front of a mirror and look at yourself as if you are the first art piece that you've seen in a very long time. You're noticing its beautiful curves, its marks, its stretch marks, the way your breasts form, the way your stomach sets and your ass rests, the way your muscles are defined, the shape of your toes and fingers. You're going to gaze upon yourself like that beautiful masterpiece that you are. You are going to connect with your body in further ways because you get to choose how you build that relationship with yourself. All right, mamas, this is what I got for you today. I sure would love to hear how you enjoyed this episode. Follow me in the Moms Unboxed Facebook group and let me know. Until the next time, sunshine.
Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Moms Unboxed. If you have a topic or relationship question, connect with me at I am Melanie Caroline. And don't forget to follow Moms Unboxed. May you live a liberated, sensual, and unboxed life. I'll be chatting with you next Wednesday for another episode. Until the next time, sunshine.